So in the files section of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, you will find a document called Amazon URLs. And if you click on that, that's going to give you really, really great URLs you can use for your Amazon launches, for your advertising, for all different things. That's where all of the URLs that we use here at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs for all the different related activities we undertake, they're all there. But just to be clear, if I am doing Google AdWords to my Amazon product, now Google for a long, long time allowed us to do some pretty sexy things with our URLs on Amazon, and you could do all sorts of hacky, interesting related things with them. You could send your traffic through a Amazon associate program URL. So basically you could set up yourself as an Amazon affiliate, and then you could use your Amazon affiliate account to promote your own products on Amazon. This was against terms of service, of course, but I'll tell you anyway. You could use that to promote your own products on Amazon. And if you asked the Amazon Associate Program people, their support, they would increase the amount of associate URLs you could use from 1 to 1,000. So what that then enabled you to do was to split test lots of different things, including your keywords. So you could, just to be clear, set up a Google AdWords campaign with, say, 5 different keywords. Let's say you are selling these shoes, girls training shoe. Well, you could have one keyword in your account that says girls training shoe, and that would go and show an advert when somebody's typed that in. You could then send them directly to your Amazon product listing like this via your associate program URL, which then meant you could track that and know with certainty what keywords on Google AdWords were leading to sales, and that would allow you to optimize your listing. However, which is freaking awesome, and that was a brilliant place to be. However, you can't do that anymore because Google has stopped us using the associate program URLs in our Google ads. So that's why you can't do that anymore. However, hint, hint, you can do that with Facebook. Hint, hint. So what do you do now? Well, depending on the category and depending on the marketplace, so this is different for Amazon.com, as it's different for Amazon.com.au, as it's also different for Amazon.co.uk, and it's also different for any of the Amazon marketplaces in Europe, because Google's terms of service is different in each of those countries and marketplaces. So the bottom line is this. What we now do for Google search going to our Amazon listing is this. So here is the complete URL. Let me just copy that and paste it up here. Here you go. A really, really cool, lots and lots of crap in it URL. All right. So that is the Amazon URL, and it's always good to look at these and to see what Amazon is tracking and what they're searching for, because there's a lot of really, really interesting things you can do with an Amazon URL. However, for today and for what we're talking about today, we can get rid of all of that information, which is just extraneous information that Amazon puts onto it to track and measure what's happening on the Amazon platform. So we get rid of that. So that leaves us with that URL. So what can we do with this URL? Well, you can just use this URL like this for your Google search ads. So that would work perfectly. Okay, that's one level that you could do it. The next level, you can get rid of that. to leave that. So that is the next level of search URL. And so if I'm advertising products on Amazon.com, that is the URL that I use to send traffic from Google.com to Amazon.com. That's the URL I use, a URL that looks like that. However, for everywhere else, well, let's just go back and then I can show you. For everywhere else, here's what you can do. So this information here, turns out you can mess around with that and you can hack that and put things in it that you want it to say. So you might say, for instance, Aussie online entrepreneurs, like that. Let's go and see if that URL will work, because if it does, then surely that means something pretty bloody cool. Here you go, back to here. So no URL, we put our keyword inserted URL into it, hit return. Ooh, that's interesting. So turns out for Amazon.com.au and also for Amazon in all of the EU countries except for the UK, you can do that. So now you can put your own search terms into your URL and it affects what your product will be searched and found for. So you can basically insert the keywords you want to get ranked for into your URL, like I've just done, and that will then influence what happens with regards to your own product and what that is indexed for and found for on Amazon. I hope that makes sense. I know it's a lot of craziness. And the spaces do not matter. As you can see, the spaces don't matter. Don't worry about that. That's not important. Most things like that, like if I put another space in there, it doesn't matter. If you look at what Amazon does and the way it structures its URLs, what's called the URL parameters, it doesn't matter that there's a space in them where I'm putting them. It does in other instances, but where I'm showing you doesn't matter. So that's pretty sexy. You can do that. And that's a really great way of affecting the way that your product behaves in the Amazon search results. So that's pretty cool. But again, just to be clear, if I am selling on Amazon.com and I'm using Google AdWords to direct traffic to Amazon.com, then that is the URL style I use. So it's Amazon.com/DP/ASIN number. That is the URL. Don't try anything else. It doesn't work. That's the URL to use. For everywhere else, you can mess about with it. Can I spin out an else? I've just explained how to do this in Australia and what to do in Australia. I just literally went through that. So yeah, I'm not going to go through it again because I just said here's what to do in Australia. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.